What's going on, guys? Welcome to this brand new series where basically me and my friend Cole Handy over here
What's
uh,
up?
are gonna sit down from 30 to about an hour, 30 minutes to about an hour, where we just basically sit down and chit chat about whatever's going on, whether it's about a topic of what's going on in our life or just something random we want to talk about. So hey Cole, what's going on, man?
What's up? I'm Cole. You
Yeah,
probably don't recognize me. I probably look like someone you've never seen.
dude, your
Maybe
hair
you would
is.
think I would look like Jesus if he shaved or something. But other than that, I was in a video on this channel. How long ago? Almost a year ago?
About a year ago, almost over. I think over a year ago.
Is it over a year now?
Yeah,
We made a video on on this channel about my comeback to YouTube.
it's called The
Uh,
Interview.
it was originally called what the King is back or something like
Yeah,
that.
something about that, but I was like, nah.
Something like
It was basically like The King has returned or something. But
it was
now it is The Interview.
Yeah, I saw that because I clicked on it. I watched 5 seconds of it, and I was like, nah.
It's because the audio when we recorded it, for some
When we
reason,
were-
someone messed with the microphone or something because the audio was only in the right ear, and my side of the audio, for some reason, it picked up was just broken and terrible. So that's cool, but we went through with
it's
it for some reason.
um,
The
I
back,
guess to explain who I am and what it is that I do, there's no better place to start than the beginning. Not I won't go through my whole YouTube career.
yeah,
That's for a different episode, probably.
most likely.
But I will start at the point of my height of my YouTube career. I wouldn't technically call it a career. I haven't made a cent off of it.
Right.
Um, but it was, I would definitely say it was at one point
It was
more
a
than just a
it was a big
it was,
deal. You know, you had a following. You had a group of people. The entire school was into it. I remember.
yeah. It was a pretty big deal in the small town of Kemp. I think I ruptured a hole in it, made the lake a little bigger or something.
I broke a bridge here and there.
One of them.
Um,
Yeah, I guess I'll just start from the beginning now. I started that channel sometime in 2015. I don't remember the exact date, but it was in 2015. And at that point, I had gone through I think 6 or 7 different channels.
I remember it just being so many, and I never understood why. I, Me personally,
Why?
I think I went through 3 or 4 just because I didn't have a phone at the time that I was doing it, so I had channels on everyone else's accounts, like phones. So like I had my own accounts on everyone else's phones.
Yeah, I
Anyways,
went through several though. A lot of them were because like I went through several different group channels, and and then a lot of them was kind of switching back and forth between whether I was doing gaming or if I was doing real life stuff. And if I was doing sketches, I thought it would be weird if I were doing vlogs and sketches and the same thing. So I had to make a separate channel for vlogs, and it was weird. I did a lot of pointless stuff,
yeah,
and I hit this channel. And when I made it, I had no idea what like I wanted to name it. Because I knew this one, like I was dead set on like my plans for it. Like I knew what I was gonna do. I knew it was gonna be something, and I didn't have a name, and I knew I needed a catchy name. Like I just needed something that stood out. So as a joke, I know there's a lot of maybe not anymore. There were a lot of YouTubers like back in the time that I was that I made that channel that would make their name on YouTube something that rhymed with their first name.
yeah,
So my whole idea, I named my channel Cole in the Hole.
right.
It was a complete joke. It was never supposed to be taken seriously. And then time just went on, and everybody liked it, caught on to it, thought it was funny, and I was like, wow, that was like, it was a complete accident, like that name. Like it was just a joke. Like I didn't like it, I didn't want to keep it or anything, and it just stuck.
I remember you used it for like everything for a while.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. I kind of got stuck with that name.
yeah, you really did. But with your newer channel, Cole Handy, If you go to my homepage on YouTube, you'll find him there under Mr. Land. But you changed that one. That's where you stopped being Cole in the Hole and became Cole Handy, which is
Yeah.
that channel is more of like a vlog situation.
Yeah, whenever I started it up, I started it last year around February, I believe. And
Yeah.
then most of the videos that I have on there are just going through spring break, and then I stopped for a little while. But anyway, before we get on to that one, let's back it up a little bit. Go back to Coal in the Hole. So whenever I first started the channel, I was doing just small little challenges, some vlogs. I was doing it for a while by myself, and then I brought two of my siblings into them, and a few of my close friends that kind of lived around the neighborhood that I had done videos with before, and we were just doing little fun videos, just hanging out, doing whatever we wanted to do. And then that went on for a while, and I did a few sketches, and then I think I only did one later on after that, but sketches weren't really big on the Coal in the Hole channel. And then I got my older brother Gage. I got him into doing YouTube because I had showed him my channel for the first time, and he had no idea that I was doing it. And I think around the time that I showed him, I had probably around 500, 600 subscribers.
Which congrats, because that's not an easy goal. Obviously, I've been going for
It's not easy.
a year, and personally, I stopped uploading every once in a while for like a month or so, and I'm only around 150. So you gotta take, you went a long way.
Yeah, it was hard. It was rough. But I did manage in that time to gather a little bit of a following. There were a few people that, I'd actually added onto personal accounts, and we had group chats on several different things on Messenger. We had them on Snapchat, on Instagram, and I would just talk to these people, and they'd give me feedback and everything, give me ideas. It was awesome. And I got him, my brother Gage, into it. So he started his own channel. It's called Leo Gage, and a thing that we always wanted to do when we were little, we always looked up Jackass, and we wanted to do those stunts like that, the dumb challenges where you hurt each other, hurt yourselves. It's fun, but nobody else would really do them.
Right.
But we had been doing them all of our lives, so we weren't worried about it. And so that's what we started doing. My challenges went from something that might have just been me eating like gross foods to this is probably like this could put me in the hospital, like this could break a bone, or I can get like seriously sick from this.
And some of it did, not with you, but with Gage.
Yeah.
Tell him about the back thing.
I'll get into what led up to that.
Oh man, yeah.
So our challenges just got more, just increased by each one. Just the pain, what, like if we were eating some like nasty food.
How often were you being flagged by YouTube?
I wasn't at all.
Really? I always thought that you were always getting shut down by them.
No, I hadn't been getting flagged at that point because they weren't real sensitive about gore.
That was the Filthy Frank era.
Yeah, it hadn't reached that.
Right.
And then I come home one day, and he had been texting me saying he's planning this video. He doesn't know if he should do it, and so I meet him, and he stayed at my his friend Zach's house. He was a close friend to both of us, and I went over there, and he starts telling me this idea, and basically his whole idea is he's gonna get up on the roof and he's gonna first fall off.
Which is a great idea. Let's jump off a roof. Backwards.
And I told him to do it. I thought it was
good idea.
It was a great idea.
What if he died? What if your brother had died? Would you be like, what a god?
Dude, I probably would have got more views.
Probably. It probably wouldn't have gone up. Probably would have been like an Instagram thing.
It probably would have been an Instagram thing, or I probably would have uploaded it to some weird site on just some weird site somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like the best gore. Yeah. So we do that. I get up on the roof with him, and I'm recording his point of view. And we spend probably 5 minutes standing up there contemplating this thing. Because when you got up there, it was
It was a big deal. It was happening.
it was a big deal. Like it's like heights like isn't a problem for me. It wasn't a problem for either of us. Like we've jumped off a house before.
Right, I have.
It adds a whole nother level onto it whenever you're putting all of your faith into another person.
Right, and you're
especially can't see where you're going or what's happening.
right,
Like,
falling backwards off of a what, 15-foot tall
it was
building,
16 feet.
16 feet tall building.
Yeah.
Falling backwards. 100% faith into the people on the ground. Keep in mind,
one person trying to catch him.
keep in mind, you probably shouldn't keep your faith in anybody at that point. I wouldn't trust my future wife to grab me if I was falling off of a building. I just don't. I don't think so.
You just have to prepare to die.
Right? I wouldn't have trusted it. I wouldn't have done it.
But anyways, so obviously he does not get caught because the momentum. Nobody would have been able to catch him. Maybe two people, probably not. But
Or even slowest fall. I don't even think they tried at some point, because I remember in the video, and I don't even know where to find this video now. But I just remember he was going and he was like, oh, and he said something, I forget what he said, but he cursed and he flipped off the camera and he flew backwards, and I just remember, oh, and he was just laying on the ground.
Yeah, he hits the ground and his legs just get tossed over his head.
Oh, dude.
And usually people that take that kind of a fall end up paralyzed right then. And,
But not Gage.
He broke 4 vertebrae in his spine. And
Jesus.
Afterwards, he just stood up and
Breaking bones in your body.
And then he just went and laid in bed. He didn't go to the hospital.
Yeah. When did he end up going to the hospital? When he ended up realizing?
To the hospital the next morning because he couldn't sleep all through the night. And like, nah, I need to go now.
Probably would have been worse if he didn't. Just kept it like that.
It would have been way worse.
God, I couldn't imagine, dude.
But that video kicked something out though. It heavily did. That was the most viewed video that I've ever made ever.
What was it at? Would it hit like 30K or something?
Oh, it was way more than that.
Really? Dang.
I think it was 360K.
God.
I believe that's where it last was before my channel was taken down. But that video ended up getting found by a Tosh.0. It was on TV. Somebody I'm related to, they saw it on TV and they sent it to us. And we were like, "That's crazy!" Like we watched Tosh.0 when we were kids. Like
We were, you were on TV. Like you were on live television. Yeah. That was sick.
And then I got an email one day from the producer of Ridiculousness, the show with Rob Dyrdek. And they ended up playing it. I believe it was, I think it was season 11, episode 1 is when they showed it.
It's crazy. Did you ever get money from that?
I did.
You did? Well, there you go.
We got $100.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's more than, I mean, it doesn't cover the bills, but...
Oh, no, it doesn't cover the bills at all. We had actually planned, because we had a group of friends that live in the UK.
I remember, yeah.
They're called the Mayhem Crew. They were doing the same thing. I found them through one of my videos. It was recommended to me. And I watched it and I talked to them for a long time. And our grandmother was saving up money to send us to the UK to hang out with these guys for 2 weeks. And we were going to make like a bunch of videos with them, do a bunch of crazy stuff in England. And then he broke his back. And then my grandma got stuck with his bills.
Oh.
So we didn't get to go because he broke his back.
I was wondering what happened to those guys. What are they up to now? Do you even know?
They're still doing videos. I talk to them occasionally.
Really? Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's never too late, you know. It's never too late to go over and say, hey, I guess.
They're coming to Texas sometime this year.
Really?
Maybe. I doubt it now because of everything that's going on.
Oh, yeah.
But I talked to them in February or January, one of the two, and Connor, he's one of the members of the Mayhem crew, and him and Cameron, just only two of the members were coming down to Texas, but they wanted to come hang out with me.
Right.
Yeah, so
That's sick, dude.
if that still happens, that'll be awesome. I'll be down to make some videos with them.
Right.
Because it's been a long time coming. I've known them for 4 years now.
4 years. Yeah, freshman year.
Yeah, I've been talking to them for 4 years. Just
5 years.
on the internet.
Um,
So yeah, that video happened, and we were everywhere. You could find us in hundreds of compilation videos on YouTube.
and then they shut you down.
That wasn't the reason why.
Hmm.
So yeah, that video got me a lot of recognition, but part of it came with the wrong recognition, the recognition that I didn't want, and that was YouTube finding all my stuff.
Right.
And that was around the time that they were getting super sensitive about what was being allowed to be posted on the channel.
Which is kind of dumb because it's YouTube.
It was so dumb because, we've been doing that stuff for so long.
Yeah, it was, and it was growing. It was working.
Yeah, it was working. Like I was getting like real views, and like real people were coming to like consistently watch and like actually talk to me, and it was awesome.
Right. Feels like it.
And yeah, but they saw that video. They didn't do anything about that video, but 2 videos that they found, they did not like at all. It was a 2-part thing we did called the Stapler Roulette.
I remember this.
And basically what that was, one of my main things that I did with like repetitive challenges is we would do roulette. So for this Stapler Roulette, we'd have a dice and we'd have 6 body parts, and you'd roll. So say you land on 5, 5's the face. Then you have to roll again. If you get a 3, you have to staple your face 3 times. So that's kind of the pattern that we used for these stapler roulette things.
Did you go through with it? Like, did you staple your face at times?
I've stapled my face before, but in the video, no, I didn't get stapled in the face.
Dang, couldn't imagine, dude.
Jacob did, and Gage did. Gage had to staple his face 6 times.
Alright, let's not get too much onto the topic of that because, for obvious reasons.
Yeah. They found those 2 videos, and those are the ones that hit hard.
Right.
They had a lot of views. They were 2 of my most popular videos.
And YouTube didn't like that.
And YouTube didn't like those at all. And they took those down. So without any warning, I had 2 flags right there.
Right.
And they were 2 flags that I wasn't able to
appeal
to. Yeah. And so I hurried up and I tried to private some of the challenges that were similar, so that they wouldn't take them down. And so I did that. I privated a bunch of them, put them in a playlist so that I could still watch them personally, but they couldn't get me for it. But they found a video that I didn't think would be a problem at all. Apparently it was to them. They took that one down. I got 3 strikes, and they deleted my channel just like that.
All your videos gone.
I had over 200, 300 videos that I don't even remember whenever I got, was it sophomore? So I was running that channel for...
You were a freshman. You were a freshman when it was still going. Because I remember you were a freshman when it was still going because I did my very first videos on the internet with you during that time.
But I had started it the summer after 7th grade year, and it got deleted the summer after freshman year.
Right. Because I remember that, because right before the back thing, a little bit before that, I had gone to your house and we did what, 2, 3 videos?
Yeah, we did a few.
Keep in mind, they were like the cringiest tag videos, like, what? It was like zombie tag video, and like, they were really bad. They were really bad. That's all I have to say. They were not worthy of being watched by anybody.
I had done a lot of those before because like doing a tag, I had a tag series where
They were really
um,
popular at the time.
yeah, and a lot of the ones that I had done were really good. But
The,
I had done a lot of like some of them that I have done. I had done with people for their very first video because I'm like, dude, like I always thought it was the best way
to
like, if I
introduce.
bring someone new to introduce them because it's like it's easy, like you don't really do anything.
Right.
Like they'll ask questions and you answer the question.
And that was one of those things. I remember the Dinkosaurus bruh thing. You remember that? I remember. I remember slivers of those videos. I think we had more fun editing it than we did making the videos.
Yeah, we definitely did for sure.
Cause there was times where we were,
And
go ahead.
whenever I was editing it, you came up with the whole idea of
Yeah,
I did the series wherever
make a video,
I record me editing a video.
right? Like record editing a video and then edit.
Because we honestly had way more fun.
We would record
videos.
it. We would record it, and it would be hilarious at the time. Looking back, they're probably really cringy and awkward. And then we would get into the editing situation. What did we use? Cut Pro or something like that?
Cut Pro. That's what
We
I use.
excuse me. We would use that, and we edited, and we had so much fun. Like we would spend hours editing, and it was just the funniest thing in the world. And from there, I was like, "No, I love this. I gotta start doing it." And so what we did, we did videos every once in a while. We got Brian and Corbin started a channel. Brian started a channel.
Oh yeah.
You remember Corbin's channel?
I totally forgot about the doing videos at school.
We did a lot of videos at school for a while.
Yeah.
Well, we did that tournament thing that never actually went anywhere. That was whenever my username back then was Pancake Flipper 101.
I remember that.
And anyone who watches my channel over time has noticed my intro, "What's flipping everybody?" That intro came from whenever I was Pancake Flipper 101. And I remember that just now. That was ridiculous. We did all kinds of stuff during PE. PE was crazy freshman year.
Yeah.
We
It
did.
was awesome.
We had.
Yeah. I got you to start a channel. I got Isaac to start a channel. I had Corbin start a channel. I got Brian to start a channel.
Right, and they don't do that anymore.
No, they don't do it anymore.
Isaac-
Corbin's is really gone. I remember his name was Corblord.
Yeah, he was all gang. He was like, let's just be all gangy about it, and it was really awkward. I remember Isaac. Isaac still has some videos up. He does a lot of boxing stuff right now. So anyone out there who enjoys boxing, go check out Isaac Hammock.
Yeah, go check it out. Actually, I think it's Isaac J.
We'll figure it out.
Like that. I don't know.
I'll pop it in if I see it, if I remember. But yeah, so Isaac's doing boxing now. Corbin's not even around anymore. He's living in some other town.
He fell off the planet, dude.
Right, he's out of here. Brian's living up in Arkansas, I think, doing his own thing.
No, he's back. He's back.
Well, Brian's basically
He's
in
doing
Arkansas. Yeah, he's basically in Arkansas in my mind. You don't have to be here. I'm okay with it. I don't know. I remember, man, we did all kinds of stuff. You can find old archived videos on my channel. I have the bullying video with me, you, Troy, Xander. That was 8th grade. We made a video.
Miss Delaney's class, dude.
Miss Delaney's class.
Oh, do you remember the video that we made in the classroom across the hall?
About the beanbag? No?
What?
Go ahead.
Like, I came in the classroom and I pretended to be a new student. And I pulled all my hair back and I put somebody's glasses on.
No, I don't remember. What did we do? What was it about?
It was like I don't remember what the topic was, but I remember I played as like a new kid, like at the school. and I didn't have a real name. I went by a gamer tag. I think it was like Versions Player 16.
Yeah. We made videos before we made videos. Like they didn't
I was
ever
making
go anywhere.
videos.
You were
I
making
was making,
videos, but
I was making videos private at the time because I didn't
alright.
tell any of my friends.
That was whenever I was first getting into making videos on YouTube and stuff, and now I do it officially. I have a big boy mic. But yeah, no. If you ever want to go check out that video, I don't know what it's called on my channel, but
It's also on Isaac's channel.
yeah, it's pretty easy to find. In that video, I am very short. Cole has black hair. The recording is terrible because Corbin were holding the camera and they were like doing this the whole time and like
Just
talking and laughing, and it was, I mean, none of us took it seriously. It was the
It's for a grade.
stupidest idea. It was the teacher's prompt was make a video about anti-bullying, and so we were like, all right, let's just beat up Ashton, and then Isaac came in and like beat everyone up, and then dragged Cole out because Cole was like some emo teacher at the time. Dragged Cole out, and I ran out and I was like, my Lord and Savior.
That was great though, dude. That was awesome at the time. Like,
I mean,
I don't even talk bad about it. Like right now, yeah, it's cringy, but like
you
for
say
that
it's
time, dude, it was so fun. Like,
oh, it was sick, but I mean, you say that it was cringy, but like looking back at it, I have re-uploaded it onto this channel just so I would remember it because it was like those were the days.
I don't. It's not. And it's not even too cringy. Like it's not.
No,
It's not bad.
it's
Funny.
just silly.
I still think it's fun.
It's just a few kids screaming at each other and then air punching very, 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 very badly.
But one thing that I wish that I would have done during that time was be more open in public about my YouTube presence.
Oh
Because
yeah,
we would have like everybody would have been down to make videos in school, dude. Like, could you imagine like the stuff we would
dude,
have made in Mr. Lee class? Like,
dude, we would have all done so much crazy stuff.
yeah,
And I know that you say that now. I'm kind of that way now. Some of my family doesn't even know that I do YouTube. You know,
yeah,
um, stuff like that, and like posting on Instagram and stuff or Facebook and stuff like that is like I don't do that because I don't want some people knowing I have a channel because in my eyes some of it's still kind of cringy. You know, no one wants. I don't want my family to sit down and sit there and watch me play video games for 20 minutes all day long. It's like, nah. So I do get that mindset.
makes sense.
Fuck.
But I mean, at that time, my videos were cringy, and I knew they were cringy. But I still love doing
But
it.
they were good though. Cringe is not a bad thing. Like
Yeah, it's not always a bad thing.
we'll probably look back on this in 5 years and say, "Wow, this was really cringy." But
We might. We actually might.
I mean, I don't see why not. So I mean, so that was back in the day. That was around 8th grade to late freshman year.
Yeah.
And then late or early junior year, which is about a year ago now, I started my channel, and that was me uploading my grandma playing Left 4 Dead. Those are the first videos on my channel. Part 1 and part 2 is my Nana playing Left 4 Dead. And from there it was like nothing for like 6 months, and then I started uploading. And so now I actually have done that for a while, and that was about a year ago. And then we made the interview video with you, which kickstarted your what?
I just remembered something. It just hit me that I didn't mention. So whenever my channel got shut down, prior to that, like the day it happened, I had just finished.
Monetizing, right?
No.
Oh,
It was
I
a
remember.
video- It was a video that I worked on. It took me 16 hours.
Yeah, because it was.
record and edit.
I remember that you were so. That's why you
Yeah.
didn't want to do YouTube for so long,
Yeah.
because you
I
worked
didn't-
so hard
I
on
didn't
it.
wanna- yeah. I literally like I sat there a few days before and I wrote down like what I wanted to say. It was a thank you for 1K subs but I had gotten 1K subs like months before. But then I decided I should like officially do it and like also talk about some stuff, but kind of dedicate it to the people that were watching in my small little community. And I had spent some hours on that video, writing it, recording it, and editing it, and only a handful of people have seen it. Like, no
I
more.
haven't.
I don't even think 10 people have seen it.
I have not. I have. To
I
this
still
day,
have-
not even. You still have it?
I haven't put very many people.
Do you have it?
I do have it.
I would love to see it sometime.
I still plan to upload it.
You should do that sometime, because that I remember you were devastated whenever I remember that now. You had it and you were like, just whenever things were getting good, I was just now becoming monetized. Like,
Yeah, because I did get monetized at the time.
you had all kinds of stuff going for you, and then YouTube was like,
Me and you had been talking in Coach Warren's class about it, and you know, like I was talking about like my schedule and everything, and how I was gonna set it. Or wait, no. What am I talking about? That was way before.
yeah.
I'm getting my. That's on the second channel. That's on my newest one that we talked about that.
You've had a lot of channels between them, though. You talking about Cole Handy?
Yeah.
Yeah, because fast forward, you did, the channel with just you as a vlogging channel. You weren't Cole in the Hole anymore. You were now Cole Handy. Which is you.
That was the one that's my newest one. That's the one I currently have. I've posted almost a year now.
Yeah, you haven't posted in 6 months or so. But that you have good reason for that, I believe, and that's due to you don't have a lot of storage on your stuff, so you haven't been able to sit down and edit it all, and it's understandable. It's still coming, hopefully. We're all waiting.
And I mean, like, I just got this passport, and you've also like given me ways to be able to get it going and get those videos out, so I can free up some room. And you know, like doing this whole thing, starting this series, and actually like talking to you again, like being consistent with it, and actually watching what you're doing on YouTube and watching your streams and stuff. Like,
gets you hyped.
It's kind of motivating me to want to do it.
Right, that's what it's a back and forth thing. Because I have a friend, just Tola. We actually hype ourselves up between each other, because like we'll stop uploading and then someone else will upload and they're like, I'm starting to do YouTube again, I'm uploading, I'm getting it going, I'm doing videos every single day or at least once a week, and I'm just like, I want to do that. So then I get back into it, and it's just one of those things that you gotta get motivated to do again. And once you do, it's a lot of fun. Like, I just now started streaming on Twitch again. I used to stream on DLive, but DLive is kind of dead right now, so I hopped over to Twitch, and the welcoming has been fantastic compared to, I started making merch, and then we started talking more fruitfully again. I don't think we've ever sat down for a long period of time, like in these sessions that we have. And it's one of those things that makes me think of, I'm back in geometry class with me, you, and Trey, sitting down and just shit for brains, thinking of stupid ass ideas, just chit chatting. Those are the good days, and that's what I continue to wish to have.
But yeah, so after they had just kind of just canceled out of nowhere.
They did. I remember you were devastated.
It was the biggest punch in the gut I had received in like a while.
Right.
Because YouTube at that point, like, it was becoming like such like a good distraction for me for stuff that's going on in my personal life. And like once it happened, especially after I made that video, like, I remember getting on my channel because I was gonna go like look at, because I posted a video the day before and I wanted to see how the views were doing.
Analytic, yeah.
And like it won't let me log in. Like my channel's just gone. So I didn't do videos for a long while after that.
Because it's hard to start over at that point.
It was hard to start over. I had put so much time into it. I had so many videos, and I had like series is like going on like at that point. And so it sucked just like having to stop everything, and especially like I had a whole list of ideas for things to do, and after that happened, I lost all motivation like instantly.
Right.
And honestly, I thought that I would never do it again. I just wanted to give up. Didn't want to post on social media ever again. Like I didn't want to have any part of it anymore
Right.
uh, because of that policy. I don't know what it was, but they just didn't like what I was doing. And then I ended up starting this channel. I think most of it was because of you. You and Bree really got me to do it because you know,
Is
I had
this
been talking
present?
about, huh?
Is this present time?
Whenever I started the Cole Handy channel,
Gotcha.
because I had been talking about, like, I started reminiscing at that point about my old channel, Cole in the Hole.
Oh yeah, I've been hyping you
Everybody
up
was
for
just telling me, just like, do it again, do it again. And I
right.
remember one day I sat down and I was like, I set up my tripod, I set up my lights, I put up my mic, and I just went for it. And I did a brand new video for a brand new channel with all new people.
Yeah, I mean, I feel you. I remember for the longest time it was just I was always, you know, kind of the one that would just sit down and hype you for it like all the time, be like, when you gonna make videos again, dude? It was crazy when you did. It was like, you know,
Yeah.
that was one of those things that I was like, you had like a crazy group of people, like people cared and people watched and people followed, you know, they were
And
there.
one of the best things that I had, not only along with like, the people who supported me on the outside, but the people that were coming in my videos and supporting me on the inside, because
Right.
I had a large group of people I was making videos with.
Right, you had a lot of neighborhood people that you were hanging out with at that time that were in and out over and over and over.
Yeah.
And you know, I thought that was sick. That's why closer to whenever I got a computer, that's when I officially started, like, because I had a really crappy, you know, tower of a computer, you know, 2007 Dell, can barely even run anything nowadays. It's completely dead sitting in the living room right now. But I got a new computer about 3 years ago, and I didn't start doing anything about a year and a half ago. So
Yeah.
it's just one of those things that, you know, once you start, I mean, sometimes it's like you do it and you're doing it and it's like, this is going nowhere and this sucks. Sometimes at the same time you're going and it's like, this is working, like every single day it's growing, things are happening, it's so much fun. And sometimes even if it's not, if no one even watches, it's still a lot of fun to do.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that it's I mean, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. And the thing with like making YouTube videos and wanting to actually make something out of it, something that I had to learn was that YouTube is more than just like, if you want to be serious and like want to make good quality stuff, and reel people in and just, you know, like have the best time that you can have, you can't treat YouTube like some place that you're just slapping your work on. You can't treat it like it's just a platform. For me, like one thing that I learned was that YouTube is literally a relationship. You have to treat it like it's a relationship. You have to
Right.
be consistent with it. You have to know when you're doing certain things, and you have to be active with
Right.
everything that you're doing there. You have to have plans for the future, and there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. It's not just kind of slapping videos on.
Right.
After, you know, the 1,000 channels that I had worked on, and the other people's channels that I'd come to, and I'd kind of explain to them like what I went through with all my channels and what I had learned.
I mean, it's you've gone through a whole lifetime worth of stuff with YouTube on its own, which is interesting considering how long YouTube's been around, how long we've been around. It's, you know, it's been a big
Yeah,
part of your life, I would have to say.
for sure.
Um, yeah, I mean, we're hitting 42 minutes, so I think we should cut it here, chill out, and you know, I think next time, next episode, we're gonna be sitting down and talking about. We'll have my brother in here, Mr. Land. Link will be
Yeah, we'll have our first guest on.
right. We'll have our first guest. Aiden, Mr. Land's channel will be under his channel on my dashboard. If you go to my channel on the homepage, you will find his and Mr. Land's channel. They have been there from the beginning. Um, you know, go check them out. And next video we will have him on. It will be all three of us sitting down and talking. We'll be reviewing all of the Cream series, you know, my skits on this channel. We'll be going through each episode, and we'll have Cole. Cole wanted to sit down and ask questions about it, and so that's kind of one of the things that we wanted to do next, was sit down and just have a conversation about it, how we felt making it, what we went through, what we did, and how it turned out, and what he thinks of it. So
Yeah.
I'm excited. Hope you are too.
I'm excited too. I'm ready for it.
Honestly, yeah.
I really hope all of you out there are gonna show some love to this series that we have going on. The little thing that we're starting here, Big Bada Boom.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm into it. Big bada boom.
Big Bada Boom.
Man. All right. Well, thanks for coming by, Cole. Thanks for coming by, everyone on the other side of the screen. I'll catch you all on the flip side. Bye.
Adios, buddy.